what it says that there is a goods truck. Okay, कोई एक ट्रक है, उसमें सामान आ रहा है. The trucks arrive randomly at a stockyard. Okay, कहीं पे stockyard में they arrive randomly with an average of 8 trucks per hour. Okay, so there is some stockyard जहाँ पे goods truck आते हैं, मतलब trucks which have goods with them, and those goods have to be unloaded from the trucks. Okay, the arrival rate of the trucks is equal to 8 trucks per hour. Per hour, 8 trucks arrive at the stockyard. That is, this quantity is the lambda. A group of 4 workers can unload a truck in 6 minutes. Okay, if 4 workers are present, there is a group. Okay, एक group में कितने workers हैं? 4 workers. Okay, they collectively work as a group, and the group of 4 workers can unload a truck in 6 minutes. Okay, full stop. Operators are paid at rupees 20 per hour. The persons working are paid at rupees 20 per hour. Okay, so this is the we can say the salary of the workers, the rate at which they are paid. Each worker is paid at the each worker or operator. Okay, each worker or operator. This can be written as worker as well. Each worker is paid at the rate of rupees 20 per hour. It is possible to increase the group strength to 2 or 3. Okay, currently there is a group which has 4 workers, but we can have 2 groups as well. Now 2 groups means there are 4 operators in each group. Therefore, in the 2 groups there will be 8 workers or 8 operators. Okay, so one group has 4 workers. We can increase number of groups. Number of groups can be increased to 2, or we can also increase the number of groups to 3. Then we will have 12 workers. And see here, of 4 workers in each group. Okay, that's mentioned here. We can have 4 workers in each group, where the unloading time will be 4 minutes and 3 minutes respectively per truck. Okay, so if the first group is working, okay, if only one group is working, then the unloading time is 6 minutes per truck. Okay, when only a single group is working, that is only when 4 operators are working, then the unloading time is 6 minutes per group. Okay, 6 minutes per truck. Now we can increase the group size. Okay, we can have 2 groups. Now if we have 2 groups, that is, we have 8 operators working together, then the unloading time, you can expect it will decrease. You know? Unloading time will decrease. It was 6 minutes when only one group was working. Now when 2 groups are working, the unloading time reduces to 4 minutes. And now if 3 groups are working, which means if 12 operators or 12 workers are working together, then the unloading time reduces to 3 minutes per truck. Okay, so if the trucks waiting in the queue are paid the waiting charge. Okay, so while you make some truck wait, you have to pay a kind of a waiting charge, because this will be a loss for the truck. Okay, this will be a loss for the truck. Trucks are used to ply the goods from one place to another. Now if they have to wait unnecessarily, what is the ideal situation? A truck will go into a stockyard. He will he will get the goods unloaded and move to some other place to carry the goods further. Okay, now if he has to wait in the queue, that means he has to devote some time, devote some unnecessary time in the queue. इस टाइम पे ये कुछ और काम भी कर सकता है. He could have earned something different. Okay, some more things he could have earned, but since he will have to wait in the queue because there are many trucks, and since he will have to wait in the queue, therefore the person at the stockyard, okay, the owner of the goods will have to pay the these waiting charges to the truck. He has to pay the waiting charge to the truck, and they are paid at rupees 60 per hour. Okay, if the truck is waiting in the queue for this 1 hour, it will be paid rupees 60. If the truck is waiting in the queue for 2 hours, it will be paid rupees 120. So this is the question. The question is now determine the optimum group size and the cost at that point. We have to determine the optimum group size. Okay, we have to determine what is the optimum group size and the cost at that point. कहाँ गया question? Okay, so see here, how will we deal with this question? How to deal with this question? First thing is given in the question is that the arrival rate of the trucks. Okay, it is given in the question that the trucks arrive at the average rate of 8 trucks per hour. Therefore, the arrival rate of the trucks is, we can say that lambda is equal to 8 trucks per hour. Okay, this is understood. Now, there is a possibility that one group can work. There is a possibility that two groups can work simultaneously, and there is a possibility that three groups can also work simultaneously to unload the trucks. So if suppose first case is that only one group is working, only one group is working. And this is the first case that only one group is working. One group will be having 4 workers. One group will be having 4 workers. So this is the first case. Suppose only one group is working. So when the one group is working, you can see that a group of 4 workers can unload a truck in 6 minutes. Okay. So what is 6 minutes here? Can anyone tell what is 6 minutes here? What is 6 minutes here? A group of 4 workers can unload a truck in 6 minutes. So based on the things which you have studied, what can you say about this 6 minutes? What is given in this question? What is this 6 minutes in the question? Can anyone answer? Waiting time is wrong. Service rate is also wrong. So you should clearly identify a group of 4 workers can unload a truck. 4 workers are unloading a truck. That means they are working, they are providing service. At what rate they can unload a truck in 6 minutes? That is 6 minutes it takes to unload per truck. Okay, group of 4 workers can unload a truck in 6 minutes. That is 6 minutes are being taken to unload a truck. Minutes per truck. Minutes per truck means the inter service rate. ट्रक का अनलोडिंग करना क्या होता है? That is, we are giving the service. Unloading the truck means it is the service. Okay, but it says that a truck is unloaded in 6 minutes. That is, 6 minutes are being taken to unload a one truck. That is 6 minutes per truck. This is the unit of inter service rate. So therefore the service rate will be equal to 1/6 minutes per truck, or we can convert this 6 minutes into hours because we have to be consistent with the units, and that will be equal to, this mu will be equal to 6 into 60 trucks per hour. Okay, 1 minute is equal to 1/60 hours. That 60 will go upwards. Okay, here it is. Sorry, 6 was in the denominator. Okay, so it is equal to 10 trucks per hour. This is the service rate. Okay, so you have to identify from the question what is the arrival rate and what is the service rate. It was quite obvious that a group of 4 workers can unload a truck. 4 workers are unloading, that is, they are providing the service, and the rate at which they are providing the services is 6 minutes they take to 6 minutes they take to serve one truck. That is, they take 6 minutes to unload one truck. सो यहाँ से भी दिमाग में ही आपको आ जाना चाहिए था, दैट इज 6 मिनट्स एक ट्रक को अनलोड करने में लगते हैं, तो 1 घंटे में 10 ट्रक्स अनलोड होंगी, बिकॉज 6 मिनट्स इंटू 10 ट्रक्स विल बी 60 मिनट्स. Okay, so we have found the arrival rate, and we have the arrival rate was given directly in the question, but for the service rate we had to see it was inter service rate that is was given in the question. Now we can find the value of this quantity, that is this rho, okay, which is the traffic intensity or utilization factor that is given by lambda by mu. That will be equal to, lambda is 8 divided by the service rate is 10. That will be equal to 0.8. That should be equal to 0.8. Okay, now we have to see what is the total cost. Okay, So I will grab something here. What is the total cost that we have to find? See what is the total cost. What cost the company will have to pay. What cost the company will have to pay. There will be two costs paid by the company. One will be the salary of the workers. Okay. The first cost will be the salary of the workers that the company will have to pay to the workers. Okay. So they are working for some time. They have to be paid. Their wages have to be paid for that time. Second thing that they have to pay is the waiting charge to the truck. Okay. It's not that कि truck वहां पे गई तो उसको directly unload करेंगे because there might be some more trucks waiting in the queue to get unloaded. Therefore, the trucks will have to wait before their turn so that they get unloaded. और उस time का जो ये waiting time होता है इनको trucks का, they have to pay waiting charge at the rate of rupees 60 per hour. At the rate of rupees 60 per hour. So let's see what is the total cost now. First cost will be the waiting cost. Okay, every company would like to minimize the total cost. First cost will be the waiting cost, and the second cost will be the salary of the workers. Okay, so let me see what is this waiting cost. What is this waiting cost? This waiting cost here in this question, it will be equal to length of the queue. It will be equal to the length of the queue. That is how many people are waiting in the queue, how many trucks are waiting in the queue, multiplied by length of the queue multiplied by the waiting cost per truck. Okay, length of the queue multiplied with the waiting cost per truck. A total cost will be what? Rupees 60 is being paid to one truck per hour. So there will be many number of trucks that will be waiting in the queue. Therefore, the total cost that we have to pay will be the waiting cost per truck multiplied by the number of trucks which are waiting in the queue, and the number of trucks which are waiting in the queue will be given by the length of this queue. Okay, is this formula clear? What is the waiting cost? Again, this cost is in the per hour. I will show the units. This waiting cost plus salary. Okay, the waiting cost is the waiting cost per truck. Okay, it is the if the trucks waiting in the queue are paid waiting charge at the rate of 60 per hour. Okay, one truck is being paid 60 rupees 60 per hour. Therefore, the total waiting cost will be the length of the queue, which means the number of trucks that are waiting in the queue multiplied by the waiting cost per truck. So this rupees 60 is the waiting cost per truck, but per hour. Okay. Second will be the salary. Look at here in the question that operators are paid at rupees 20 per hour. Operators are paid at rupees 20 per hour. So each operator is being paid at rupees 20 per hour. So currently we have how many operators or workers? We have four operators. Therefore, it will be number of workers into the salary of each worker. Okay, number of workers into the salary of each worker. So this is the formula for the total cost. Total cost means waiting cost and the salary of the workers. Now we need to find the length of the queue. We need to find the length of the queue that will be found by the formula which we have studied. Okay, let me wrap this portion. The length of the queue will be found by the formula which we have studied. Okay, if you remember the formula for the length of the queue, it is equal to rho square minus divided by 1 minus rho. Okay, so this is the formula for the this length of the queue. Now see here, rho divided by 1 minus rho was the length of the system, but here we have to find the length of the queue. Therefore it will be equal to the length of the queue will be equal to 0.8 square 1 minus 0.8. So please tell me how much does this evaluate to? It evaluates to 3.2. It evaluates to 3.2. Therefore, the total cost will be Look at that LQ. LQ is 3.2, but its unit is what? Length of the queue means number of customers. The customers here are trucks. The trucks are the ones which are going to get the service. Therefore, length of the queue is 3.2 trucks multiplied by waiting cost per truck. So waiting cost per truck is rupees 60 per hour. Rupees 60 per truck per hour. ओके ये जो ₹60 है ये वेटिंग कॉस्ट है एक ट्रक का 1 घंटे के लिए ठीक है सो दिस इज द टोटल कॉस्ट plus number of workers into the salary of each worker. Here currently number of workers are 4. The salary of each worker is rupees 20 per hour. Okay, it's not the total salary कि उसको पूरे दिन की salary है, it is the per hour salary. Okay, therefore it is rupees, sorry, we can write that 4 here is 4 workers. 4 workers multiplied by salary of each worker is means rupees 20 per worker. Rupees 20 per worker. Okay. So see here what is the total cost in this case. The total cost in this case is, look at this, truck and truck will cancel. 60 into 3.2. How much it is? 60 into 3.2. And see here, this worker will cancel, this worker will cancel. It is actually rupees 20 per worker per hour. Hai. This is rupees 20 each to each worker, that is rupees 20 per worker per hour. So how is this total? Okay, 272. Okay, it is rupees 272 per hour. So it is on the hour basis. Okay, you can see that units clearly. Truck will cancel with truck. We will get rupees 60 into 3.2 per hour. Plus 4 workers are here. Rupees 20 is the salary of each worker each hour. Worker and worker will cancel. We will have rupees per hour as the unit. Therefore, this is the total cost per hour in the first case. This is the total cost per hour in the first case. Okay, I hope you got it. Now we have to see for the second case. The second case is when two groups are working. The second case is that when two groups are working, two groups means there are 4 operators in one group. Therefore, there will be total 8 workers working simultaneously now. So see here, arrival rate will be same. That is 8 trucks per hour. Okay, arrival rate depends upon the trucks. They don't depend upon the number of workers which are working. Okay, वर्कर्स 10 हो 100 वर्कर्स हो उसको ट्रक के अराइवल रेट के साथ कुछ नहीं है बट when the number of workers increase then the service rate will increase. Okay, you can see that service rate will increase in this case. So see here what will be the case here. In the first case, when we had only one group, that is 4 workers, the truck was unloaded in 6 minutes. Now when we have two groups, that is when we have 8 workers, the truck will be unloaded in 4 minutes. Therefore the inter-service rate is 4 minutes is taken to unload one truck, or we can say that 4 by 60 hours are used in unloading one truck, or we can say that mu is equal to, just take its reciprocal, 60 by 4 truck per hour, and mu will be equal to 15 trucks per hour. Okay, you have seen that in the previous case when only 4 workers were working, the service rate was 10 trucks per hour. They can unload 10 trucks per hour, but in this case now the service rate has increased. They can unload 15 trucks per hour. So now we have to calculate the total cost. In this case, this is the total cost in the second case when two groups are working. So it will be again LQ, and it will be LQ into the waiting cost. Now see what is the waiting time in this queue. In this case, what will be the waiting time? We have to calculate the waiting time. Waiting time is given by rho square divided by 1 minus rho. Okay, we have to calculate rho as well. Rho is given by lambda by mu, that will be equal to 8 by 15 here. Okay, in the previous case it was 8 by 10, but in this case the service rate has increased, therefore the rho has decreased. It is 8 by 15. So please tell me what is the value of LQ when we substitute it here. What is the value of LQ? What is the value of LQ? Length of the queue 0.609. Okay, 0.609 trucks. Okay, length of the queue means it's not the meters, it is the number of people in the system or trucks or machinery in the system. Therefore LQ is equal to 0.609 trucks multiplied by, we have to multiply the length of the queue by the waiting cost per truck per hour, that is equal to rupees 60. Okay, that will be same in all the cases, that is rupees 60 per truck and for 1 hour. Okay, this is the waiting cost plus the salary of the workers. The salary of the workers is number of workers into the salary of each worker per hour. Now the number of workers have increased to 8 because two groups are working simultaneously, therefore number of workers have increased to 8. Therefore this is 8 workers multiplied by the salary of each worker is rupees 20 per worker per hour. Okay, now tell me what does this evaluate to? Total cost in the second case, how much it will be when we have two groups, that is when we have 8 workers working. $196.5. Okay, rupees 196.5 per hour. So this is the total cost in the second case when two groups of workers are working. This is the second case. Okay, now let's move on to the third case. The third case will be, that is we will have three groups. Three groups means 12 workers. Lambda is same irrespective of the number of workers, that is 8 trucks per hour. Now when we have three groups of workers, that is 12 workers, the service rate is how much? It takes 3 minutes to unload one truck, and in, now I will directly write, in 1 hour, that is in 60 minutes, 20 trucks will be unloaded. Okay, I'm writing this directly, but actually it is 1 by, the service rate is 3 minutes per truck, that is 1 by mu is 3 minutes per truck. Take its reciprocal and change the units, we will get that 20 trucks are being unloaded per hour in this case. So we have to calculate this value of rho, that will be equal to 8 by 20, and I think it is equal to 2 by 5. And we also know that we need to calculate the value of LQ. For the calculation of the value of LQ, we need rho, therefore rho is equal to, LQ will be equal to rho square into 1 minus rho, that is 2 by 5 square divided by 1 minus 2 by 5. Please tell me what is the value of LQ. What is the value of LQ here in this case? 0.26. Okay, 0.26. 0.26 or 0.026. Okay, 0.26. Okay. Again, you can see that the length of the queue is decreasing. and length of the queue is decreasing. In the first case, the length of the queue was 3.2 because there the service rate was less. That's why the length of the queue was more. In the second case, the number of workers increased and the length of the queue started decreasing. That was equal to 0.609. But in this case, it is 0.26, the lowest among all because the service rate is highest among all in this case. Okay, so this is the length of the queue. Now we need to calculate the total cost that will be given by length of the queue. In this case is equal to 0.26. 0.26 trucks are there multiplied by the waiting cost. Okay, multiplied by the waiting cost, that will be equal to rupees 60 per truck per hour plus the salary of the workers. 12 workers are working now, है ना? There will be 12 workers, that's why the number of workers will increase, and this will be rupees per hour. The net unit will be rupees per hour. So we can see that the total cost in this case is, someone has written 255.96 rupees. Okay, these costs were on the basis of per hour. You can see that in each case the cost was basis on the rupees per hour. Okay, so we can say that if we compare the costs, we can say that the two groups are optimum. And a group 2 in which there are two groups, that is 8 workers, that is the optimum one because the cost per hour was less. I think it was rupees, how much was it? 196 something. Okay, it was around rupees 196 per hour. Why in the group number 2, that is two groups were working simultaneously. Okay, the highest I think was for, the highest I think is for this group, the first group. Okay, जब चार ही आदमी काम करते थे, एक ही ग्रुप काम करता था. In the first case, the cost was highest. In the second case, the cost is lowest. And in the third case, the cost is the intermediate. But the optimum will be, the answer of this question is this. This is the optimum. That is two groups, or we can say that when 8 workers are working and the cost at this point is rupees 196 per hour. Okay. So this is the question.